Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. It is pleasure to be in front of you. And I have Alfonso with me. Unfortunately, his camera is not working, so you will be seeing only me, and you will be hearing him most of the time. And I will be your host. And anyway, so I don't know, it's good or bad. So maybe it's good that they will only see me. Okay.
Maybe.
Not really. I really wanted to have you. Your face is very well known now, and many people know about you. So, thank you everyone for joining this program. And I have started this series sometime back where I invite people, especially my students who have gone through a journey of PgMP or PfMP. And some of them just came out from the exam. Some of them have spent some time in the real life, and they can come and share the experiences about what they have learned and how they are using their certification. So just not without any further delay, let me introduce Alfonso. He is from Chile, and you will get to know him very soon. He's from Chile. He's a program manager. He has worked for Navy, and he's coming with vast experience, heavy industries, defense, IT. So I will ask him to do a quick intro as once I finish here, and then we'll get started. So the people who don't know about me, I have been into this training and teaching, guiding, mentoring people since 2009. And 2009, when I start preparing for my own PgMP and gone all the way and got my PgMP done. And that was the start of my kind of teaching experience. Prior to that, I was very shy, quiet person, just to get me to do my job. I'll be very happy to do that. So that has transformed myself. I have transformed myself by entering into PgMP and done something which I probably never got to do. And because of PgMP, I was able to do. So I hope similar results coming for you guys, whoever listening. And it's not only me. Many of my students has done a lot of good things after getting PgMP or PfMP. So certification is not for getting the job or for more salary, but it's also for to explore your personality, and you never know what is waiting for you. So that's what I have learned from my own experience. And so other thing I like to acknowledge that we all are going through a very difficult time, which nobody has predicted. And I know all of you are project managers, program managers, portfolio managers. Uh, we don't see the COVID as in our risk register or any pandemic unless you are in the health industry. But this is not a risk anymore. This is an issue. This is what we are facing, and many people have to feel like they are going through the pain. They are losing their loved ones. Now they are unfortunate. They have to have a loved one going through the pain of dying or suffering. It's a really unfortunate, and many people are impacted because of the job situation. People have to stay home, and they cannot do jobs. IT is still okay. A lot of people can work from home, but think about people who are in lower jobs. I should not say lower job, but in the blue collar jobs or different kind of job, they cannot do anything from home. So in a way, the people in IT are a little lucky. We are lucky in that way because we are connected. We have a way we can communicate with each other. So only thing I'm worried about, is an uncertain environment. In coming days, or already we are start seeing many people are facing redundancies, and maybe they ask people to stay at home for some time. So all of these things are impacting many people financially, and there are some of the companies are asking you to stay at home or maybe reduce the salary. What we can't do much about that. What we can do, we can be prepared for this uncertain situation by making ourselves more resilient, more qualified, more certified, and and of course, technology-wise, we need to be improving ourselves. So all these things will help you. And that was the one reason I started the series and start inviting people so you can learn from the industry leaders or specialists or people who have gone through this certification. So that's why I invited Alfonso Kaiser. He is, as I mentioned, he's a program manager. He's coming from various industry experience. Alfonso, with no further delay, I'd like to open the floor for you. Please say a few words about yourself, introduce yourself, and tell people why they should be, listening to your advice at this stage.
Okay, thank you. Good morning for everybody. I'm Alfonso Kaiser. I live in Chile. I have 28 years of experience in different industries, like heavy industrial defense, and also in the, communication networks, and also now recently in the software development. I work my entire life for the Navy, really. I'm a naval engineer and also MBA, and I hold project management professional certification, PMP certification, as well the risk management certification.
Right. Perfect. You have done a lot in your life. I mean, I always admire people who coming from, defense or Navy or Air Force. You guys have contributed a lot. Of course, you have to live your life, but at the same time, you're serving the countries. So hats off for you. Great job. All right. So guys, just to talk about the format, I'll be asking a number of questions from Alfonso. He has seen this question, so he's kind of prepared. So no, he's not surprised by seeing the question. But at the same time, you have opportunity to write your own questions, and as and when you feel something you'd really want to ask, please put that question on your question pad. And as and when I feel the right time, I will ask the question from Alfonso, or I will try to answer myself. So I hope everyone can see me at least. Unfortunately, because of some technical problem, Alfonso cannot share his webcam. So with no further delays, let me ask a few questions. By the way, it's not only about PgMP or PfMP. I will be asking questions, not just, I will be asking general questions, how these certifications are helping him in his career, and how he foresee what is going to happen having these certifications. So Alfonso, question number one for you is, you mentioned that you have 28 years of experience. You have worked in heavy industries, defense, IT. Can you rate easiest to toughest vertical in terms of project, program, and portfolio, and also explain your rating, why you think that's the toughest in that environment?
Okay, because of my education, obviously, my issue is defense and heavy industry, because the most complex problem come from the persons, and usually the people behavior and relationship is the most challenging problem or issues you have to face off. An organization are really a mirror of its leaders' behavior. If you ask me, the behavior of the people are not a line response. Is not predictable by nature. But if you know the people, you can analyze and you can rise a low level of uncertainty. And everything is going easier if you know the people. This is why I choose the industry I know better, and the people behavior is predictive for me because I know it. Okay. Normally, I analyze two things outside and inside the program or project. The environment first is part of situational awareness. Situational awareness is not new. It's something the military used at a base of their planning and operations. It's a mental scheme for process systematization. See, and analyze the project himself in the defense scenario. It's like a SWOT analysis, external, internal. I took the two parts to make the everything. Also, in this case, the program involved German, French, Italian, American, and Chilean companies. I worked as a program leader in the Chilean Navy submarines modernization. Was very challenging, but in the environment was very controlled because everybody talked the same things, different language, continents, negotiation strategies as well, but every talk the basis same thing, okay, like the contract intangibility, people respect, time respect, relative, because if you know it's a German have a time respect different than the Italian and than the Chilean, but in the global thing, all things very easy and very close. It's very easy to go into the program, okay? And following from easy to more difficult, the second one was communication, the communication program for Nokia corporations. Even I work in 3 different countries, Chile, Colombia, and Argentina, and many people see the same thing for Latin American countries. We are so different between one to another. The same thing in Europe or on different continents. Outside of continent, you see everything was the same thing, but they have a lot of difference. Okay, I work in 3 different countries for as PMO manager for a nationwide 4G network deployment, and also the Colombian office restructuration. In Chile was my first work outside of the Navy. Was a really challenge. Was very significant mark in my career. Yes, was the first 4G deployment network in Latin America. A huge political pressure and exposition because the politician was to show a new position of the technology. All the companies are not government companies, but they put the rules for the new technology, okay? And we are a limited market with no vendors capability to support simultaneous network deployment programs. Okay. At this time in Chile, my goals was open and trustworthy relationship and align incentives with all of the stakeholders. This is the main thing in Chile. And then in Colombia was a huge account for Nokia, the 5th Nokia world largest program at the time, because more than 80% of the market in Colombia was only one company. And the market is about 50 million people. It's little more than Spain market. And Nokia was the exclusive vendor. There was a huge opportunity for us. And I faced off the internal office reorganization in terms of process optimization, not fire people or nothing like else, like that, sorry. I had to face logistic and security problems, poor infrastructure of the country, and complicated geography also. There are many inaccessible places. There are the weather and the problem of the security also. and we have to integrate that with the other programs. The 3D modernization is incoming. We have more than 500 towers at the week. Every work in one tower is one separate project. You know what is try to work and administrate 500 projects a week, and the different week you have a different 500 projects. It was a total crazy. My goal there is efficiency and partner empowerment, because you can put in your eyes in 500 projects at the same time, and you have to trust in the partners. This only can I do. And finally, in Argentina, amazing time and extraordinary people, and also I some extra kilos in my body because I enjoy fantastic meat and Italian food, but we face a problem with equipment importation. Argentina at that time was a political monetary instability and severe regulation for the importation because they don't have money to pay that. They have internal money, but they don't have dollars for pay the equipment coming in other countries. There are structural things like national and vendors union strike. There are very, very strong unions there. And the internal pressure from our company for saving money and the deadlines was incredible. If you see, in all countries, the programs were the same objective, but the important thing here is in the specific condition and situation, the challenge and complication was absolutely different. The same project can face different things, and the management was substantially unique. They are not a program same that other. Okay. Again, the importance here for me was situational awareness, understand what is happens around you and what is impact your program. And the targets was without any doubt the software banking in agile context. Was another big problem I stated last year because it's an eclectic enterprise with two from the industry and antipodes. Is the faraway industries in all the spectrum. You have the banking industry for one side and the software company for the other side. Believe me, I do not invite those people who work in banking software. The bank is very conservative, risk adverse, and very traditional and posted. They ask for a warranty for everything. If you go to the bank, you make a question and you give a warranty to the bank. This is the bank. And for the opposite side, you have the software factory. It's risk-taking industry, agile and informal. Informal in the good sense, fast response to the customer needs, moving fast, surfing the wave. It's very amazing. But there are the people nature and this organization are so different that the relationship is very hard to sustain at the time, and wills colliding permanently when you develop software and the other guys of the business. This is complicated. Okay, leadership is complicated to continuous change also in the C-level of the company, and when I arrived, I linked my MBA knowledge with the program management experience, and my first thing was the core business. What is the core business of a bank? It's a banking. It's administrate the bank and everything, not doing software. And they want to change a world-class banking software with their approved one, with a new one, self-development software was, for me, was incredible. Was what you not cannot do, they do it. This my arriving to this program was completely changed my paradigm. And also the program structure was wrong, and they have 3 different factories. The factories don't have a common leadership. And at the end of the day, the important thing here is leadership. The leadership to work together, work together all the factories, and work together the people from 2 different sides of the industries. This is a real challenge. It was the more challenging on all of my career.
Okay, great. Thank you, Alfonso, for sharing all your experience. So let's talk about something to do with PgMP. I'm going to move the questions around, and let me also take a question. One question from Hazel is I practice project management for almost 5 years now, but I'm not certified PMP. So can I directly go for PgMP, or I have to do PMP certified? So let me take this question for you, Hazel. So yeah, so PMI has created so many certificates, including CAPM, PMP, PgMP, PfMP, and there are a few more. What they have done, they have not mandated any criteria that, criteria is there, but not a step that you have to do CAPM, then you can do PFP, then you can do PgMP. If you are eligible for taking particular certification, you don't waste your time and money to do the other kind of certification. Okay, you can directly go and do your PgMP or PfMP. Okay, and by the way, you can come back to the certificate if you really want to do. Now I did my PgMP, let me do my PMP or CAPM. Some people do that as well. Anyway, so it's not a the mandate that you have to do PMP, then you do PgMP. You can directly do. Okay, so coming back to my questions list, let me talk about question where you are an engineer, you have done a lot of the other degrees, your PMP. Then what made you to choose PgMP after so many certificates and degrees? What was your motivation, and how PgMP helped you personally and professionally?
Okay. There are a lot of motivation, but originally, I think was my natural grow up from my experience and knowledge to this certification. Because I was PMP, I was risk management. I'm studying also the MBA in the university. And that is for me the natural professional growth. I think is better because mainly you said a moment ago my PGM experience. I have the experience for program management. The need to have better tools to deal with more responsibility. Okay, and that is the professional growing. I saw another thing is a very good complement to my background. Being MBA and PMP with the PGMP is a complement. It's an all. You make a building with the Lego pieces to grow. Because my experience, because my studies, with my previous certification also, and also because I saw like a differentiation to obtain better positions, obviously, and be the visibility of my professional background is better with the PGMP than other certification. Okay.
Mm. Yeah. So, and given that there are more than 1 million PMPs and around 3,000 PGMPs, so that definitely is a plus to have a PGMP on top of PMP. If you don't have PMP, that's okay. But this is giving you differentiator. I'll give you some examples. Like one example here, like if you go for a job interview, and most of these days, the job you apply for a job, there are hundreds of applications. How these people going to, recruitment agents or hiring managers going to find the right fit? Yeah, of course, you can always argue on the experience and domain knowledge, but if there are hundreds of applications, they have no way to come to your application or to see your resume. So what they do use some kind of criteria to eliminate some unwanted applications. In that process, sometimes they get rid of some good CVs as well, and that can be because the person may not have the required certificate. And so let's say they're looking at filter as a PMP. So if you don't have PMP, your application is already out. Even if you are coming with 20 experience, 20 year experience, vast experience in domain knowledge, everything is there. But if you don't have the certification, you will struggle to get to the next level. And let's say if you move to next level, now they're looking for top 10 applications to get into the detail. That is where having PgMP or PfMP will add more value, because you can assume that top 30 applications they have picked up, they are already PMPs. They already have other certification. But what is going to differentiate you versus other people, that you have a PgMP or PfMP, especially if you're going for the senior role. So, they will see, they may not know what is PgMP. They will try to research, okay, this guy has more certificate than other people, and this is more, of course, more involving, and this is where you have to prove yourself as a program manager. And that will definitely help you in your getting the better job and better salary. And just to support this argument or discussion, I'll tell you my own experience when I did my PgMP in 2010, and I was in Australia at the time, and I was the 8th person to achieve that certificate. So as you can imagine, 8th person means only few people were PgMP at the time. So I have a problem with it. Nobody was asking for PgMP in the job description. So what's the benefit of doing PgMP? Anyway, so the good thing is that there were only few people to talk about as PgMP. Whenever I was going for job, of course I had PMP at the time, so I picked up for job, and during the interviews, I changed 4 jobs in the between PgMP in 2010 till starting my own company and running my own company. So none of the job was asking for PgMP, but all of them end up talking about PgMP. The moment they ask me what is PgMP, why you are different than other, what's so special about PgMP, I know the job is for me. Okay, so that's where I'm very passionate about PgMP, and a lot of people already know that I am contributing to a lot of PgMP aspirants, and but that's because I found that this is the best skill you can earn and help you to get your job done, as well as finding better job and get better salary. All right, so I just carried away whenever somebody we start talking about PgMP. All right, so there are lots of questions coming, and I will come back to, let's see, one of the question I have here is, I'm the PMP and managing projects in my job. How PgMP can help me position myself to get assigned strategic project, or to say manage PMO? Interesting question, very, very interesting question. And many people, I think they fall in this category. They think that I am running projects and I'm a PMP, and how PgMP could help me. So let me tell you let me differentiate one thing first. And sorry, Alfonso, I'm taking this question again.
Okay.
Yeah. And many organizations do not recognize program manager role. Okay. And they probably not aware of this role. In it can be because of any reason, because many organizations have matured differently. So if you're doing program in Saudi Arabia versus you're running program in Chile or running a program in Australia, all of them are doing differently. Okay, so how having, and what I'm saying is, you may not realize that you are already a program manager, because the definition of program is you're running multiple projects or sub programs in a coordinated way, because they have interdependency, and you're realizing the common goal and benefits. And if you see your programs, projects at this stage, you may find that a lot of projects you did actually can classify them as a program. And if you have that kind of programs in your CV, you can think about doing PgMP. So how this PgMP going to help you to do your project manager role as well? As I mentioned, you may be running program, but program is talking about common outcome, benefits. So when you go through the learning of PgMP, you will know how to align my program or project strategically. Your program and project should be strategically aligned with organization vision or objectives and the portfolio vision and objectives. And so that's where we need to keep aligning our projects and programs. So not only align and continue to align with the projects and program. And we need to stay focused with the benefits, stakeholder engagement, managing the governance. All this will help you to, get your job done better. Okay. Any thoughts you have, Alfonso?
Yeah, I think the best way to manage the uncertainty is the tools that you receive with a PgMP certification. In this world now, you have many uncertainty. You have COVID, you have many different paradigms changing the world, the jobs, the industries. And one special form to deal with that is obtain the correct tools for that. And I think the PgMP can help you for obtain this kind of tools.
Yeah, right. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about your journey, Alfonso. When did you start thinking about doing PgMP, and what was the thought process, and what did you do to get there?
Yeah, it was very funny. I started in 2014. I was in Colombia and I finished the process until take the exam. And this time, the time was very important factor because I don't have time. I lose this opportunity to take the exams. I feel it not very well prepared to finish that stage. Okay. Maybe because the lack of a mentor at this time, I can't obtain a guide, people who guide me. I can make some discussion about project management, program management. I can't obtain tips. And the last one was the English. I'm not English native, and I was afraid of the big question and the exam time control. And I can't do nothing about that, okay? Then I changed work and everything. And my second time, I initiated the study of the possibility to take the PgMP early in 2019 in my local PMI chapter here in Chile. I was no mentoring because there were only 2 PgMP in Chile. One I did not know. The other one is a very friendly person, but very busy person, very kind. But I was ashamed to use his limited time for my personal benefit, really. And the chapter makes some groups with people want to certification, but they are not experienced PgM certification at all. Not enough professional knowledge, and people with the intention but no much time, and group with will, but when we move it on just a little, many drop out, and we finish it 2 or 3 guys alone and no more person in the room. Okay, at the beginning, not much information, but after looking very much information, but I don't know nothing about the quality of this information. Only when I started studying, I could realize the material was not adequate or not updated with the current version. In addition, I was in many doubts. I saw this environment, and I decided to look for a mentor outside of Chile. I realized a web search. I looking for a guy with recognition, a serious person with verifiable experience. I'm make a worldwide search, but I need a web-based, but I don't have the money, I don't have the time to go outside to my country. In Chile, everything, everywhere is very far.
Yeah.
You took more than 12 hours to go to States. You took more than 16 hours to go to Europe. It's incredible. Everything is far.
Yeah.
And I'm not specific. I'm not one specific delivery mode. Online live classes or on demand. On demand was my initial choice, but not definitely decided. At a half of the year, I found vCare and you, Dharam, and even I was not very cheap, sorry, but but I took it. After the decision, I think it's the best decision I could have made ever, really. It's worth every penny you pay, really. Live on classes is for me was perfect, and also have recorded classes you can access between the online classes to study. Question, the discussion are very good discussion with other people saying the same page, okay? The test practice is very accurate, and the analysis, the post-analysis are very good also. Most I like about this journey was the advice and mentoring of Dharam, definitely the best of the course. And this is fantastic, but I complemented the course with also Jean Jouy and Martial Bellec's book. It's two French guys who have a very good book. Now there are not more. I think it's a blue one because the green one is a pass edition, and Ala Sultan exam practice. But they are complementary to the course. Okay, this is my complete journey. I finished it in December last year. I was very happy. Now I'm looking for growing in international in my career. This I do.
Great. Thank you very much once again, Alfonso, for choosing me to be your mentor. It was a really honor to be part of your journey, and I'm glad that I was able to contribute to your success. So thank you. And so the people who are listening and maybe thinking, I have been mentoring for a long time. So because of COVID, prior to COVID, there was a huge plan for me to explore a few countries for first time. Like Italy was in my list. Germany was, Germany, Italy, Greece, Singapore, Australia. They're all in my, and Saudi Arabia, Oman, and UAE. So all countries were in my plan. But life is not always certain, and especially this time was uncertain. All my plan gone. So, but I was able to get started something new, and tell you a little more about the journey. I was actually going to Australia, and I was in taxi towards airport, and I was going to do a training for Telstra. Telstra is a telecom company, so that was in-house program. And about 10 minutes to reach airport, and I saw a message from my connection. It said, Dharam, because of COVID, we cannot have you here, and if you do come, 14 days quarantine and this and that. I was disappointed, and this kind of cancellation program. But that actually gave me an idea. Okay, I told him, look, why let me do a virtual program for you. And I've been doing virtual program, and Alfonso, you did a fast track mentoring program for 6 weeks program, but this program was 3 days, and I've never done any virtual program, 3 days program prior to this. But I realized that this program was even better. 3 days continuous learning. Of course, we have breaks and everything, but my delivery, I was feeling more comfortable because I'm sitting in my room, and at the moment I'm in a garage, my garage, and delivering and taking breaks, required breaks, and still sharing, still talking, and the experience was really good. So after that, I decided to do more and more online program, virtual program. So far, since in March 9th, I have done 5 programs, and you may see that I'm very busy. Yes, I'm busy with 3 PgMP programs and 1 PfMP program, and I'm starting 1 program tomorrow that will be in the Singapore, Australia time zone. It will be evening for me, but it will be daytime for Australia and Singapore. So I'm kind of enjoying the journey. Of course, I'm saving money. I don't have to travel to Australia, anywhere. I don't have to worry about visa and other things. But all this is helping me to connect with more and more people, contribute to them. And while you cannot go out anywhere, I don't have to go out anywhere, I'm able to contribute to your success. So kind of good. And I'm already seeing a lot of interest coming for the virtual programs or the virtual training. Okay, so that's enough. And one more thing you mentioned, Alfonso, in your talk, that you did use Jean and Marshall's book, but unfortunately they have stopped publishing the book. Just for the knowledge, knowledge of people that this book is not available anymore. If you're lucky, you may find some second-hand or some useful book. The book is good. If you can ask your friends and your colleagues, if they have that book and they want to sell it to you, whatever they want to do. So that book can be useful. And other books like Ginger's book, Dr. Ginger Levine, she's not with us anymore, but her hard work and the contribution is still with us. So that book can also be very, very useful. And I do sell that book. I do have those books with me, and the standard for program management, 4th edition. So these are something I like to highlight. And thanks once again, Alfonso, for trusting my guidance and trusting me and following my the journey I suggested. And I'm glad that you managed to get the results, which you started in 2014. So it took you 5 years, but I'm glad that journey was finished.
Yeah, thanks to you. Thanks to you for your guidance, for your invitation also here. Thanks for your time, all attendees today. I hope it was interesting and useful for you. I enjoyed it too much, and for me it was an honor and privilege to stay here today. Thank you.
So before we do have lots of questions on people have asked here. Let me read out and let's see if we can answer them here.
Okay.
So
I have time.
Yeah. So the question is, I think we talked about it. Okay. How much PgMP relevant in the agile world, and how does it compare to PMI-ACP? You have not done ACP, isn't it, Alfonso?
No, I'm studying now.
Okay.
But no, I'm not ACP. You are ACP or not?
Yeah. So okay, let me take this question. Okay, so many people have asked this question. Everybody is moving toward agile, and Scrum Masters, SAFe, and so many trainings are going around. How is PgMP going to help me in agile environment? So let me give a difference between the Scrum, Agile, and Waterfall. The PgMP program management is not talking about just Waterfall. It is a combination.
Yes.
So part of the PgMP or program management, what you do, you're running multiple projects. And PMI is not saying whether this project has to be in Agile or Waterfall, hybrid, does not matter. What matters is how you manage their interdependency, how you collaborate them so you get the best result for your organization. Okay, and even let's say you're running a Scrum of Scrum, that is also a program. where you have 5, 6, 7 teams working together in small agile teams, and they are working toward a common goal. That's where the program management come in picture. It is about how you manage the interdependence among these components and how you manage the stakeholder engagement with your senior management, your customer, your product owner, and how you make sure the relevant people are informed about these kind of the progress of your agile project or the program. And yeah, so ACP is focused on agile concept, whereas PgMP is talking about strategy, benefit, governance, and especially the larger programs, you can definitely use PgMP concepts. For smaller projects or program, yes, ACP can help you, Scrum Master can help you. But if you're looking larger infrastructure projects or programs, that's where a PgMP will definitely add value to you. Okay, I hope I have answered this question. And let's see other question. Is PgMP PgMP is so much valuable to use project management? Sorry, the question is PgMP is so much valuable? If PgMP is so much valuable, well known, why there are only 3,000 certified professionals? All right, so Alfonso, you want to take this to start with?
I don't understand the question. Can you repeat, please?
The question is saying, somebody, Sumit has asked question, if PgMP is so popular, so well known, then why there are only 3,000 professionals certified?
Because it's hard. Because it's hard. It's a long way and hard way, but you obtain a lot of very useful tools.
Yeah. So let me take this question. So there are 3,000 PgMPs and there are more than million PMPs. So it's we cannot compare these together. One is, of course, as mentioned by Alfonso, this is not an easy journey, and it's not for anybody and everybody. So first thing first, you need to see, are you the person who can take your journey all the way? So this journey can take you 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, but it's not about only exam. It is also about how you fill up your application, how you put your application in front of panel review, and can you go all the way, do your PgMP. So there are many factors around why we have less numbers, and as mentioned by Alfonso earlier, chapters, PMI chapters, they are still focused on PMP or ACP. Not many mentors available, not many books available, and so when chapters start talking about PgMP, they are not many mentors around. So you cannot. Many times people start excited and they give up. So that's one of the reasons. Second is, the third is availability of resources. Not many resources available, and to be very frank, many people have tried this journey by themselves or taking some guidance or help from other friends or colleagues, and assuming that the book is very small. And I think it's if you compare with PMBOK, it's probably 1/8 of the size of the PMBOK. So many people think this is only 100-page, 150-page book. I can read this 10 times and I will go all the way and do the exam. Alfonso, you laughed on this, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So it's not about the size of the book, by the way. It's not about size of the book. It's the complexity within the questions. Questions are not straightforward. It's not just coming from the book. Many times you have to think outside the box to come to the questions, right answer. So having availability of right books and choosing right mentor, and having motivation and encouragement from your family and or your office will definitely be a plus point for you. So that's what I want to share. Yes, numbers are less, but numbers are growing. Until the COVID come in picture, the numbers have started picking up. And I'm very hopeful that as soon as COVID finish or lockdown situation is relaxed, the PgMP professional, PfMP professional will come back and and start doing more and more PgMPs. All right, so right, let me take other questions. I did have lots of questions by Alfonso, but looks like we are running out of time. So let's see.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay, up to what level we can use project management up to project director? Okay, VP project level, as many want to become VP, CEO, CEO, and MD. So how, I think that if I'm getting it right, how the project management or program management can help you to reach to these levels. Okay. Okay. So there are various ways you can reach to senior level, and how project management and program management, even portfolio management or PgMP, PfMP or PMP certification can help you to be there, because we're talking about strategy. So to achieve a vision, because the organization is talking about, as an organization leader, as a CEO of the company, you will be talking about the company vision. Company like to be number one. You want to be there, and we need to think about, in 5 years time, if we want to be number one in the world in this particular space, this particular area, what exactly you have to do to be there. Then we talk about mission and strategies and objectives, and how we're going to achieve these strategy objectives via project program portfolio. So when you learn the PMBOK or Standard for Program Management Portfolio Management, you will learn a lot of concepts which will help you to achieve those vision, strategies, objectives. Project level, you at tactical level, and program and portfolio is talking more strategic level. So these certifications will help you to go up to those levels. And I've seen this in my journey for last 10 years of PgMP, PfMP. Many people have gone to those levels. From they started as a project program manager, in last 5 or 7 years, they have promoted, and they've gone into the senior level positions. I hope I have answered your question, Lanson. Okay, so next question I have is, I'm a sales professional. For winning project, being PMP, didn't find it helping to get edge over other candidates. Although had planned to PgMP, since PMP did not give me the boost to my career. Okay, I'm based in Saudi Arabia. So, and I think the follow-up question, I think it is beneficial for people to involve in IT sector or maybe engineering. So, Mustafa, question is, it's interesting question, whether the people from like a sales or marketing or other industries other than just project, IT background or construction background will get help from PgMP or PMP. So first thing first, whether this PMP or PgMP, PfMP will give you extra advantage. It will give you advantage if you use them properly. And if you're sitting there at home, I hope that somebody will come and look at your LinkedIn profile, and one day they will call you. It may happen, because if somebody is doing headhunting, they can do that. But more than that, you have to actively market yourself if you're looking for jobs. And actively market yourself and let them know that you have skills which are not available with everyone. Okay, so something you have to take, whether you, and this question is a very common question. I did my PMP and now I'm thinking of PgMP, how it's going to help me, whether it's going to help me or not. But this is all about how you use these certifications to promote yourself. Okay, and as a salesperson, a marketing person, how is going to help you to do PgMP, PfMP? Actually, sales or marketing is no different than running a project or program. When you're starting a campaign is what? It can be a project or it can be a program. So knowing the end game, the benefit for the organization, that's understanding your stakeholder, doing the, setting up the right governance will help you to get the results. So from PMP, from PMBOK, you will learn the concept of running projects, and you take it to next level by having a PgMP. So I do have a number of students, they have they came from sales background or marketing background, and they learned and benefited from PgMP, having PgMP. Mustafa, I hope I answered your question. Okay. All right. I think there's one more question which was asked previously. Being a program manager, in my opinion, is being strategic, and you should have deep technical knowledge, of course, plus business specialist. So you can be pictorial. You can create a pictorial view to your program, of your program, to your leaders. So how true is that in your opinion? And if it is correct, in case that one of the vertical is not fulfilled, how it will impact your success? Okay, long question, but the question is asking about understanding, technical knowledge, business knowledge, how it will help you to present your program and vision of the program in front of your senior management or steering committee. I hope I got it right. Alfonso, you want to take this question?
Okay, yes. At the end of the day, the strategy is put all things together to obtain the best result. That is why it's very important to add everything and look for an integration of the knowledge. If you have some knowledge, the PgMP give you the tools for improve your capacity to join everything in one result and pursue the best result for the program. The programs are the effort of the company to obtain better results at the end, or adapting to a change outside or inside of the company. This is really try the PgMP certification, give you the tools and the knowledge to lead with this kind of situations. The integration of all the knowledge and all the needs you need for be successful is you obtain for in the certification.
Yeah, good. So the technical knowledge and of course business specialty is definitely going to add value to you when you're talking to your management, because you can see, you can relate yourself very easily. But that's not the only skill you need when you're running a program. You need to know various other concepts. Having this technical plus business will help, but additional knowledge of program management, how to run your program successfully, will definitely let you know and help you to run your program, and you can present your situation more efficiently in front of your stakeholders. So that's part of the stakeholder engagement. Okay, so this is what the time we allocated for this session, and I hope people got some value out of this. There was some issue with the webcam from Alfonso. We're not able to get it running. Whole time probably here people have to see me, and I don't know if it's good or bad, but anyway. So guys, if you have any specific question, anything you like to ask me, or maybe you want to connect with Alfonso, please feel free to do that. In the invites sent out, I have put a link where you can book any meeting with me. I will be more than happy to answer your specific questions, and please go through the email or a LinkedIn message which you have received and check various links. And there are a lot of videos we have done previously. Please watch them and ask questions, specific questions about program, project, portfolio, PgMP, PfMP. I'll be more than happy to be part of your journey. So just like Alfonso, he searched me from internet, and we got connected somehow. So we already one step ahead. You are already one step ahead. So I will be more than happy to help you out any way of shape or size. All right. So I'd like to thank all of the people who have registered to this program. This was a lot of registration happened for this program, and I'd like to thank all the people who joined the live program and putting your questions for us. And special thanks to Alfonso for spending so much time to prepare for this session and giving your valuable advices. Thank you, Alfonso. I'm
Thank you
really
very much.
to be part of your journey and look forward to seeing you again very soon.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, guys. See you again. See you. Bye.
See you. Bye.